Right, so I don't know what's happening with the old recording. It's all going a bit doolally. So gelatin, envelope of gelatin and 2 tablespoons of water. Now, lots of people don't like gelatin and get all of a doodah over it, but there is no need. So you put that in there and you leave it to soak for 5 minutes. This amount of gelatin will work on a pint of liquid. So a pint of liquid. I reckon that's about a pint. I think that's slightly less than a pint. I'm terrified to measure it because, oh, if I put it in a glass measuring bowl, measuring jug, it won't discolour it, will it? So you leave that for 5 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. Make sure that you do something for 5 minutes. And then we're going to have to make this hot again, as I did mention. Hold on, do you want to say something? You can. I'd like to speak. Want to speak? Now, here I have a glass Pyrex measuring jug. So I'm going to see if this is a pint, because as I say, with I'm not sure just how much there was, because being frozen, you get a lot more liquid. I should really have done them straight into a measuring jug. How much have I got? Oh, I haven't got much. Oh, let's put that down there. I've got 8 fluid ounces, so I want a pint. So I'm going to take that out. It's the dripping on the worktop. The heebie-jeebies. Put that in. So I think it is all of it, actually. I can make it up to a pint. I'm going to put that straight in the sink. Blackberry coloured. I'm going to put this over here, which is equally blackberry coloured. And I'm going to make that up to a pint. Now, if I move that, you'll be able to see my gelatin is starting to swell. Always put gelatin to liquid, never t'other way around to initially dissolve it. That's sitting there, just dissolving and swelling up in the water. The thing nowadays, if those of you who watch MasterChef, and it's still not going to make a pint actually, those of you who watch MasterChef and Bake Off and all those other things, they all use leaf gelatin, which is, if I say fashionable thing, that sounds a bit, it is a fashionable thing to use leaf gelatin, which is the proper, there's me doing, there's my fingers, I'm trying to do proper, trying to do inverted commas, the proper thing to use rather than this. However, this is an old recipe, and leaf gelatin, I don't even know if you could buy it. It certainly wasn't around easily. You couldn't just go into Sainsbury's. Because Bob rang me and said, there's 8 leaves in this packet. And I said, oh Lord, don't buy me those. I want just a sachet, thank you very much. So that's what he got me, was 3 sachets. It's one of those things I always have in the cupboard. You know how you always have it and then you go to get it and you haven't got it. It's really, as I say, it's just one of those days today. That's much, actually it's still only 3/4 of a pint. It's much nearer than it was. All right, no? Yeah. Great sighs coming from husband, so I thought something was wrong, but apparently not. I had planned to take this to to Mahjong tomorrow, because we won't eat it all. May not eat any of it. But then there's cakes at Mahjong left over from the coffee morning this morning. And then the lady's supposed to be bringing the cakes to Mahjong. I rang her, I said, don't bring any because we've got loads. And she said, oh no, I've already bought them or made them or whatever. So we're inundated with nice things to eat, which is not a bad thing to be, I suppose. But I think that's as much as I can get out of there. I don't think I can get any more out of there. I'm going to reheat this in the microwave because you need hot fruit. If this had all happened according to, you know, as I told you to do it, life would have been so sweet, but it didn't. So there we are. Right, so that's all of that. I'm going to give that to Bob and say, can you go and put that in the bin, darling? Oh, he's busy. Okay, I'll go put it in the bin. Begin to tell you what that looks like because it's quite vile. So I'm going to put that in the microwave just for a couple of minutes just to make it hot. I'm busy getting Blackberry off everything I can, everywhere I can see it. I'm busy picking it up so it doesn't stain, particularly on the new beautiful worktops, which I've managed to keep clean so far. Right. For some reason, I don't know why, they were altered something on the Zoom, and it keeps switching off when I'm trying to pause. I'm doing something else completely. It says it's stopped it, so I'm not quite sure if this recording is ever going to happen, but hey ho, what can we do? So I'm just getting this hot in the microwave. And that's hot. So back to the other camera. So into this, I'm going to stir my gelatin. Oh, I'm not even showing you. Mind you, do you really need to see me stirring? This is me stirring. Not really difficult, is it? So that's the gelatin stirred into this. I'm not sure if all these things will come out of my mind, whether my dishwasher will be pink at the end of this. So that's that. So you need to leave that to get cool and starting to set. When it's just beginning to set, you need to whisk your egg whites white, fold it into that, and you tip it into your dish. So I'll switch you off because you don't want to watch this getting cool, do you? And I'll see you when it's cooler. I won't switch this off. I will pour. I don't know if you can see this, but I put in my gin, just for the purposes of research, you understand, 2 frozen blackberries, which are cultivated ones, and 1 little one left over from my ones I had picked. So this is a oh, here, well, the little one, can you see, is from the hedgerow, and the other 2 are cultivated, and they really are very much bigger. You can see that, I hope. So only just put them in, obviously, so that you could see them. I didn't really want to drink gin at all, but they also were frozen, so they chilled my gin beautifully. So my blackberries are on the verge of setting. They've cooled completely. They're starting to set with the gelatin. So I'm just separating an egg, which gives me a yolk, which I don't really want. Oh, right at this moment, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. To put it in a little something or other. If I could find a little pot. Just find a little pot and put it in a little pot. Oh, just a little pot. And I'll cover it in water. And I'm going to be making cakes, so I'll stick it in a cake. It's an extra thing. Now I'm going to whisk this. Right, let's take this off there. Okay. So we have a chilled flan ring. We have egg whites, which we're going to fold into our blackberry mixture. You're going to fold it in either with a spatula or a metal spoon because you don't want to knock out all the air that you've just beaten into that. I think spoon's easiest personally. The choice is obviously yours. So I'm going to fold that into this setting mixture here. I'm doing it in here rather than pouring the blackberries into my plastic bowl because of the staining that we discussed earlier. To fold it in very well so that you get you don't want great lumps of egg white showing. The colour of the blackberries is part of. Hold on, why did I put my? I don't know if that helps or not actually, but the colour is simply glorious. And what you would do if you were serving this now, which obviously I'm not going to, is you would once it's completely set, you would pipe it with cream, and it doesn't look really, apart from tasting nice, it looks very, very pretty. I'll probably do. Run my spatula around to see if there's any stuck at the bottom that isn't turned in. No, it's all mixed in. So pour that into there. And once that's completely set, we pipe it with cream, cover it with cream, do what you like with it really. But, some mint leaves and some piped cream over the top or around the edge, which I can't do at the moment, A, because they're not completely set, B, because I haven't got any cream. But I normally pipe around the edge with cream and put some little sprigs of mint in. And it really is a very pretty and a very, hold on. There we are. It's sweet, but it's sharp. It's got, it's delicious. Absolutely lovely. Anyway, there it is. Make with fruit of your choice. As I say, I really wouldn't do strawberries. I don't think they'd be right at all, but raspberries or blackberries or blackcurrants, or a mixture of all three, or blueberries, I guess, whatever. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, bye.